Hey everybody, Syntax here. Welcome back to a brand new week of content in Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles on the Patreon server. So, as you can see from the introduction, I've done a little bit of work on the base. As you see, I finished my my nice little bridge that I got running to the base. I added a couple more nice little touches, and in between episodes, I'm gonna do a little bit more work. But I'll show you guys what I got. So I've got what I feel is a nice sturdy start, or the base foundation for my base. You see, I'm gonna expand out a little bit, and we're going to do a little bit on today's episode, because not only have I worked a little bit on my base, I've also done some quest progression in between too as well. So if you look at, I've done a lot of progression in ores, alloy, and smeltery. So I went a little bit farther, and we got down to the part where we're going to be dealing with the smeltery. So that's one thing that I want to accomplish on this episode, is I want to reconstruct the smeltery. I want to put the guy right here. I think this is where it's going to go, and we're going to kind of build around the smeltery. So I kind of like the idea of having, when you first walk into a base, boom, here we go. One of my favorite mods is Tinker's Construct, so it's going to be working in Tinker's right in front when you walk into my base. So okay, so what are we going to need to get going for that? So let's head downstairs real quick. And one thing I haven't done is I don't have a quick way to get down here real quick. So let's just take the old jump off the side of the bridge thing and hopefully not kill ourselves. Okay, there we go. So let's head on down, and let's see. I've got a whole bunch of stuff all ready to go. We got our sear brick right here. So if I pick it all right back up, I think we're going to also need this induction furnace as well. So okay, so let's see what we can do to get started into crafting. At least the first thing is going to be the smelter, and get that up and going. Okay, so let's see here. So back into our ores, alloys, and smeltery quest log, we need to make a casting basin and a casting table. So this stuff should not be fairly hard. So we're going to need a little bit of bronze. So we're going to need 6 bronze plates, which I want to say I have all ready to go right here. Perfect. Okay. So let's get this stuff going real quick. So we need to get the, let's first get the casting table. Okay, casting table. We'll shift click that guy in real fast. Then let's go ahead and grab the casting basin as well. Bingo. So now we've got both of these guys real fast, and we'll grab, looks like we can grab some brass. Here we go. How exciting to get back into Tinker's right away. And as you can see, I've made a lot of good progress. And like I said, it's not taking nearly as long as it did on my single player. And I think a lot of it is due to the fact that I'm focused on just progressing back to where we were. I know it was like 30 episodes or something like that when we were getting about to like where we are right now. But we're doing pretty good. So the server's going along pretty good, and not only that, I'm getting a good amount of resources. So I do need to do a little bit of ore processing, which is something we can look into maybe, but I think the priority is if we can get this smeltery up and going, and then maybe possibly looking into getting the farm system kind of set up. So okay, so I think we need to make a bunch of sear bricks now, smeltery controller, sear tank, and the smeltery drain. Okay, so I think none of this stuff is really too crazy. So if we look at the sear bricks, we need to make 10 of these guys real fast. And we already have 8, and does that, oh, it's including that. So we need to make 10 more. All right, so we'll just go ahead and do this real quick. Get rid of that right there. We don't need all these. So 10 more. Boom. And then we also need 1 smeltery controller, which is just, okay, compressed stone, which I remember that one's a little bit different, and we need the induction furnace. So what do we need for the compressed cobblestone? So we need just basically stone. So 9 stone, and then we're going to also need, so we need 8 of those guys as well. So we're going to need 72. So let's grab some of this real quick, and we're going to have to, I want to say it's the chisel what we're going to need, and we're going to see if I remember how to do this correctly. So if we take the chisel and the stone, make more stone, and that is 76. And then we need to throw this stuff into the furnace and cook it up. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all this stuff, cook it all up real quick, and then we're going to come back and we're going to put this smeltery together. So, okay, so I'll be back in 1 second. Bingo. Okay, so there we go. So there is all the pieces that we need, and look, we get the faucet as well, and no, we crafted an extra smeltery drain. Okay, no big loss. We can always use it. So, okay, so let's grab this stuff. Let's see what we get inside the epic loot bag, and hopefully we have a little bit more luck than we did on my single player. So let's see. We get gallium, and it looks like platinum. Ooh, you know what? Platinum plates. We'll take the platinum plates. Those are always good to have. Any sort of plates we can just add to our collection over here. So okay, so I think we now have everything that we need to get this smeltery up and going. So, ooh, don't tell me it's raining outside. It looks pretty sunny out here today. So, maybe the storms are rolling in a little bit late. But okay, so let's head upstairs, and definitely got to make a way to quickly get up into my upper areas over here. So okay, all right, Mr. Blob, stay away. We'll take care of these guys real quick. There we go. You're not going to be jumping on my head anytime soon. There we go. One more. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's head upstairs. And let's say where I'm going to throw this stuff right here in the front. And I think I have an idea what I'm going to do as far as for building around it. So, okay. So if we were going to walk in right here, I've got a somewhat, you know what we have to make too is let's make a bunch of seared bricks. There we go. Bingo. We'll just waste the rest of that stuff, make 22. There we go. Okay, so we need to outline the smeltery. So let's see here, right in the middle. And I think if I did this correctly, we would have the middle right here. And if we drop 1, 3 around, just like that. And then we're going to need to put, and what we can do is use some filler. We'll just use cobble. And if we put the cobble around the edges like this, as a little bit of filler. Okay, and then we go, and I tend to like to do this the same way every time. And I think we might have enough. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we can put our 2 drains, or maybe I'm going to have to go up. Let me think about this. Actually, no, I think that's going to be good right there. So, okay, so let's get our 2 drains. And we're going to need to put the smeltery controller. Let's put it right here. And then we'll put our tank. You know what we'll do? We'll just put the tank right here. It's as good a spot as any, so at least we can see if it's running low. And then we also need, I think, 1 more seared brick we'll put right here. There we go. As you can see, it fires up, and it gives us a nice little, not huge, but a good, you know, a amount of 6, which we can increase that a little bit. We might have to make some more seared brick, but okay. So let's see. We have to cook up some copper ore and silver ore, okay, to make brass. But let's go ahead and throw in our drains right here. 1, and we'll do 2, 3, maybe like that. We could put them over here on the corner maybe, but I think, you know what we'll do is, hold on a second. Let's get rid of this one right here. I don't think we're going to need that right here, so let's just quickly, and we're going to have to make some more brick too as well. But for now, we'll just throw this like that. And I'm actually going to go up, I think, 3 more, and let's throw our 2 faucets right here. There we go, and we're going to need a casting table and a casting basin. There we go. Okay, and I think what I might do too as well is maybe I might move these out a little bit. So let me think about the. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna think about this for a second. Let me cut right here, and I'll come back and I'll kind of figure out how I kind of want this to look. So okay, I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so there we go. So I've got the nice one. I've extended out you see the smelter a little bit. So now I'm going to add a couple little nice little touches, finishing touches too, because I kind of want to hide some of these bricks. So I'm going to throw these here, and let's see. Let's grab these small chiseled stone, and then we'll grab this dark oak wood. Give it some nice touches here and there. And I'm going to surround this whole area right here. I need to surround the whole thing because this is going to be part of my tower going up. So let's just expand this up a little bit, and we'll go up maybe. Let's see, that's about right there. Okay, we'll drop that up to there, and we'll do the same thing over here. There we go, and 1 more. There we go. And then let's just outline this in small bricks real quick, all the way to the top. We'll see how this looks. Not the smallest of smelteries, but or not the largest of smelteries, but it'll do for a while. So let's see. We drop down. Let's take a look at that real quick. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks. So it kind of hides. It's going to hide the kind of you know, the whole interior of the smelter. So all we're going to be doing is just interacting with this part right here. So I kind of like how that turned out, as you can see. So we've got pretty good size amount, you know, good working area. So let's throw in this lava cell real quick. There we go. So now we should have a fully functioning smeltery. So if we drop this brass ingot in, should cook right on up. There we go, and we can start making tinker stuff. So okay, so let's look at our quest log next. So we need to grab some copper and some silver. So let's go downstairs and do that real quick and do it the old-fashioned way. Just drop right on down. And I'm definitely in between episodes gonna have to figure out a way to maybe make a more effective way of dropping down into our current work area. So okay, so let's grab, how much copper do we need? 6 and 3. So I've got 10. Do we have silver? Oh, we got 3 right there, and then we've got 6 copper, so no problem there. And let's just get rid of that real quick. Maybe we can do a little dump chest right here. We'll throw in flint, clay, and we just got a bunch of other stuff, which let's just throw it all in here for the time being. And we'll have to come back and clean it up here in a little bit. So, okay, there we go. Okay, so back up top. the long way. Oh, the joys of being mid-design. So we can't, we don't have an effective way to get up to our base just yet. So, okay, but check out this view. I do like the way that this looks right here. So approaching, it's going to be the first thing you walk in when you see my base is you're going to walk in and you're going to see a nice smeltery where you can do all your work off of. So, okay, so let's throw in all of these goodies right now. Bam, there we go. So we'll cook all this stuff up real quick. And the next thing okay, so that pretty much is going to wrap up what we're going to do with the smeltery for now. The next thing that we're going to do is I want to craft a certain item because I want to do a little bit of exploring, and I want to explore, at least if we can, this northern part over here. So while this is cooking up, and it should be just about done, and I think this is going to make us more brass, if I remember right. It is transforming into molten brass. Okay, so we can make all our casings, and we can start upgrading not only in our picks and our shovels, we can start getting, a little bit deeper into Tinker's Construct, into getting better tools. So, okay, so let's head downstairs real quick again, and we're going to craft up the one tool that I want to use, and I think I've got everything we need for it. If we go here, we need 2 string mesh, and we're going to need a bunch of gold. And if you think, I think everybody might assume kind of where I'm going with here. And we're going to craft us 1 golden lasso. Right there. And the only thing we're going to need, I think, is we just need that majestic ingot, which I got 1. And I will gladly spend the 1 ingot that we got to make a golden lasso because I want another friend. Okay, we need the advanced crafting table. Bingo right there. And there we go. So there is 1 golden lasso. So what we can do is now we can head out, and let me grab the boat real quick. You know what? Let's put away the rest of this gold, and we'll get rid of this. Let's see. Let's get rid of this empty cell, and I think tree saplings I got right here in one of these chests. I've got that dark oak right there. Bingo. Okay, and I got gallium. And anything else we got to hold on to that blank pattern. Okay, and let's see here. Let's dump our gold in, and I'm going to head up north, grab our boat, and I'm going to see if we can find us a friend. Okay, 2 hours of exploring and didn't find what I was looking for. No griffin, unfortunately, but so I came back to my base and I decided to do this. So I spent the next couple hours building, I guess you could call, I expanded out the platform a little. So let's take a quick little tour, and then we're going to get to work for the last little bit of this episode. So as you can see, I got a nice little entryway. I built the first little, hey, I do hear a slime. Where is that slime? Way over there. Okay, I built a nice little roof right here. As we go inside, I've got a home for the I'm going to call the forge for where all my tinker stuff's at. I said I built it straight into the wall here, so I did like the way that turned out. So what the idea is, I'm going to come up here, and I've got not only a nice little area. This is going to be, I'm going to call the Tier 1 workshop, and it looks like I got some stone over here. But I particularly like the view. Look at this. Very cool. And I'm also going to use this area right here to put all our farms right here are going to go in the middle right here, so we can kind of oversee them, work on them, and we can kind of see them grow from a distance. And there's one other little cool thing that I did is I put a little room right here. I'm going to call this my little area for running all my cables. So all my machine cables and power cables and stuff are going to run into here. They're going to feed right into here. So it's going to be kind of out of sight. So that way we're not seeing a big cable mess. But overall, other than needing to put a roof up here up top, which is going to take some time considering I could not find my flying friend. It's going to take a little bit of time to build a roof. Maybe I'll keep doing a little bit of exploring, and when I do nab that elusive griffin, I'll make sure I capture it on camera to show you guys. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is let me head back downstairs. I'm going to get everything together, and we're going to progress a little bit of getting our farm area set up over here, and then we're going to wrap the episode up. So, okay, I will see you guys in a couple seconds. Okay, so one thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to gather a lot of worms. In order to do that, we just need to simply just, use our little hoe and just grind up a lot of this grass, and we should be able to collect quite a bit. And let's get these guys right on our little toolbar right here so we can see how many collect. I want to get about, if we can get about 20 would be good, maybe a little bit more. I would like a good amount of worms. I think I got some at the base still too as well. So there's 7. You see, it does not take too long, and I got a whole bunch of hose. I'm carrying around all my hose with me. So let's see here, just a couple more. We're making making this nice mess of, you know, here we go. Ooh, there we got 2 more, and should not be too terribly much more. 13, if we can just maybe get 15. I think I have some back at the base. Okay, I said 15, but you know, we're having some luck. Just keep going. There are 2 more in here anywhere. And we're just doing our best job of just digging up worms all over the place. Okay, 18. If we can just find 2 more. And we're gonna break another hoe. Got a lot of stone hoes with me. So let's see. Here we go. And it seems to me that we might have hit our cap. Okay. Yep. Alright, so it looks like we got 18. So that should do. 18, and I want to say I got some more at the base. So let's go back real quick and let's just slash home. We should be able to get back to the base real fast, and I think I have some in one of these chests over here. Let's take a look. My great organization skills, and if I can remember right, I want to say they were, and they kind of stand out because they kind of wiggle all over the place. Where did I keep those guys? There we go. 6 more. See, I had a couple. So we got 24. That's a pretty good amount. Okay, so let's head over to the area where I'm thinking we're going to start laying down our farms. And the first seed that I want to throw down for our mystical agriculture is I want to throw down these inferium seeds real quick. So I got a bucket of water, and I think what I'm going to do is let's get this stuff planted, and then we'll come back in between episodes. I'll figure out how I'm going to design it, because I don't quite know how I'm going to do it. But one thing I do know is I want to raise up. I want to have an area for a wall, so I think we're just going to raise up. Let's take a look at real quick. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say probably right about here is a good spot at any. And we'll just start with a simple amount. And we'll just make a nice little, there we go, just like that. And I think if we go here like this, here, and then 1 more across. There we go. All right, now let's fill this guy full of water real quick, and let's get our handy dandy stone hoe again, and we'll tear all this out real quick, make nice little farmland. There we go, all the way here, all the way around. Bingo. Okay, so now this should, what we do with the worms is, what the worms are going to do is going to give a little bit of a basic right there, and we'll drop 1 right here. Perfect. And right here and here. There we go. So that should keep all this whole area nice and dry, and it also adds a little bit of speed buff as we're growing the crops. We also could make, use our handy dandy, watering can we'll do the same kind of effect, but let's get this inferium growing real quick. We're gonna need to make a little bit more, so that's we're halfway there, and this should do a pretty good job of growing it at a pretty accelerated rate. And I think what we're gonna do, maybe that might be a good enough for now. And I think I'm just gonna throw down these wood right here, and we'll just throw this. Oop, not right there. We'll put this guy here like that, and then this. And do we have a bed on us by chance to sleep? Yeah, we do. Okay. Get our handy dandy sleeping mat out real quick, and do not like working at at nighttime, considering this area right here is it's not claimed. So if a creeper does come over here and blow stuff up, it is going to definitely destroy this area over here. One thing I need to check real quick is let's look at JEI, and are we inside? We are inside 1 chunk right here. So I technically maybe should have moved this guy down a little bit more. The reasoning behind is because I have a chunk loader, and I get the server lets us, at least at the beginning, a 1x1 spot for chunk loading. So maybe what I'll do is let's pick this guy up real quick. I was using it to help with the while I was away from the base for smelting purposes. But what we'll do is let's throw this guy down, and hopefully we can get a little bit a bigger over time area where we can have chunk loading. But for server stability here, at least at the beginning, they've limited just a 1x1 chunk to let us have an actual chunk loading. So what we'll do is let's just throw this guy down real quick. We're going to put it in the chunk. We'll just go right here for now, and we'll let this inferium seeds grow. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the episode up right here. This looks like a good point to wrap the episode up. And when we come back, I'm going to expand out this mystical agriculture a little bit. There are a couple things I need to make. I need to also make this infusion crystal, which I want to say we're going to need Botania. So yeah, I might get into Botania, kind of get an area set up, maybe off camera, and get ready to progress this, because I want to get these farms up and going. And one other thing that we're going to do, as you can see, look, it's already getting the buff right now and growing a little bit faster. We are going to use, I know in my single player series, I use the farmer block from actually Edition for farming automation. Farmer block, which was this guy right here. As you can see, not too crazy. It does require some Minorian plates, which is going to be using the atom reconstructor. But what I think we're going to do after progressing a little bit farther, I think we're going to use the plant interactor as the route we're going to go right here. This guy right here. As you notice, it doesn't require the atomic reconstructor. We can use basically bronze plates, iron plates, plastic, which this one might be a little bit interesting because we're going to need to get the dry rubber, and we get that from the latexing processing unit, which is right. Where is that at? If I can remember, I struggled with this on my single player series, but then I figured out, oh, we have to use this guy right. Where is it at? Right here, the latex processing unit. So this guy's not too terrible to craft either. We're just going to need a couple. We're going to need steel, which we're actually technically not too far away from steel production. Because if we look at our tier 1 quest line, right here, we are already at the point where we can make we're going to make the coke oven. And right behind the coke oven, I want to say was the production of steel. So it's kind of similar over here if I remember right. But okay, but I'll get all that stuff ready to go. So the next episode we come back, I'll have these farms up and going, and maybe have the steel going where we can get the automation of these farms. But okay, so as you can see, the base is coming together, and I like the way it's looking, and I think it's only going to get better. And I also need to fortify this place a little bit better, considering we don't have claiming of chunks this far out. I got to make sure that no monsters can come in here and blow up our stuff. So. And hence, maybe I'm going to be working on something to kind of solve that problem. So, okay, so we'll see you guys on the next episode of Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles on the Patreon server. All right, take care, everybody.